This video is intended to review certain aspects of pump operation, troubleshooting, and physical care which the operator and all other personnel who handle the pump should be aware of in daily use. Please refer to the Sigma 8000 Plus Operator's Manual for complete operating instructions and information. After viewing this video, Sigma strongly recommends every person involved in pump operation or pump handling show competency by way of at least 2 redemonstrations of set loading and unloading to qualified trainers with documentation. It is important to understand that this pump is a medical device used to deliver IV fluids and medications which affect the health and well-being of the patients in your facility. If the pump is mishandled, such as being dropped, loaded or unloaded incorrectly, or misprogrammed, a serious medical error can occur which may affect the patient's ability to recover from their illness. With this in mind, we ask you pay close attention to all sections covered in this video. Those personnel involved in pump handling when not on a patient may view Section 1 only, followed by redemonstration and documentation. Those operators involved in direct patient care should view both Sections 1 and 2, followed by redemonstration and documentation. First, let us begin with the proper handling assessment of the physical appearance of the pump. If a pump has been dropped, it must never be used on a patient until it has been fully evaluated by your biomedical department. When sending the pump down, be sure to tag the pump dropped. You may not see any signs of damage to the pump. However, there are internal components which may be damaged, preventing the pump from infusing fluid accurately. When mounting the pump, mount the pump to the IV pole by holding the pump by its handle, not supporting it at the bottom of the pump. For secure attachment, the Sigma pump will mount to IV poles up to 1 inch in diameter. For poles larger than this, we recommend the use of a tandem carrier. This device attaches to almost any IV pole and allows the mounting of up to 2 pumps to the oversized pole. It's important to note that if proper steps for loading and unloading are followed, problems related to these areas and flow rate accuracy can be avoided. First, make sure you are using a compatible IV set. The Sigma pump is built to work on one brand of tubing at a time. This information is found on the label on the top of the pump. Prime the IV set and close the roller clamp on the upper top half of the set. To turn the pump on, load the roller clamp into the roller clamp holder. It's important to follow the display prompts to continue loading the pump. The pump says load set into upstream occlusion sensor, which is this area right here. Grasp the tubing close to the top of the pump, gently pull it up and back, and listen for 2 beeps telling you you've loaded the upstream occlusion sensor correctly. Then open your lever completely till you get 2 beeps and let go of the lever. Grasp the tubing close to the bottom of the pump as it's saying load set into the downstream occlusion sensor. Listen for 2 beeps and the display now says shut lever. Close the lever and open the roller clamp. Once you've opened the roller clamp, look up at your drip chamber and make sure that there are no drops falling in the drip chamber, and also confirm that there is no tubing looped out in front of the pump channel. If either of these conditions exist, you will have to remove the set and reload it. And if those conditions exist again, where you have drops falling from the drip chamber when it's loaded properly, or you have tubing looped out, you will have to send your pump down to Biomed for evaluation. To maintain best accuracy, avoid stretching the tubing throughout the loading process. A reload set display may be seen if you did not correctly load the tubing into the downstream occlusion sensor. This could be caused by the lever not being fully opened while you're loading, you didn't get 2 beeps, or the tubing is stretched while being loaded, you didn't get 2 beeps, or a pumped-on flattened tubing section is loaded into the sensor. If the lever is closed under one or more of these conditions, a reload set display will appear. The action here is to close the roller clamp if the roller clamp is open and open the lever fully. You can also push the open key to open the lever fully, get 2 beeps, remove the tubing from the downstream occlusion sensor, and reload the tubing into the downstream occlusion sensor. Now, while you're reloading the tubing into the downstream occlusion sensor, if the lever's not fully open, you get this raspberry alarm tone, and if you continue to close the lever on the tubing, you do get this reload set display. So, to reload the set, you have to open the lever, get your 2 beeps, pull the tubing out again, and reload it into the downstream occlusion sensor, gently pulling it back and down into the sensor. Let go of the tubing, listen for your 2 beeps, and shut the lever. Then open the roller clamp and confirm that there is no flow in the drip chamber. There is no need to remove and reload the entire IV set. Most steps in the loading process will cause the lever to automatically release for 10 seconds to open the lever. However, if time has expired, push the open key to release the lever for an additional 10 seconds. The left jammed alarm display may be caused by pulling on the lever prior to pushing the open key. If correct loading steps are followed, this alarm is not seen unless it is a true lever malfunction. To clear this alarm, push on the lever and push the open key, followed by opening the lever. To unload the IV set, always make sure the pump power is on. As always, follow the display prompts. First, close the roller clamp, open the lever, and pull the tubing out from the bottom of the pump. Remove the roller clamp from the roller clamp holder and pull the tubing out of the upstream occlusion sensor. Shut the lever and turn the pump off. Never tear, rip, or cut the tubing out of the pumping channel to remove the set. These actions could leave a section of tubing in the channel, which may cause the pump to infuse inaccurately the next time a set is loaded into the pump in front of the tubing section left behind. Fix 21 and Fix 24 alarms are 2 fix alarms which are designed to display one at a time when an operator has either attempted to unload the set improperly or has already done so, possibly resulting in a tubing section being left in the pump channel right here or in contact with the downstream occlusion sensor.